Hello everybody, welcome to C Woody Gaming. We are playing Farming Simulator 19 on a new map I'm just starting on here. Just starting today. This is Peace River, BC. Gonna start a new series here. Actually, I've already gotten started on some things. I did go ahead and start this in new farmer mode. I wanted to grow corn, thus I wanted to have the corn dryers. They're only available on the land you own when you start on New Farmer. So that's why I did that. And I've done all my soil sampling on the fields I own. And I am starting to spread some lime. And in the meantime of doing that, I have started to make a auto drive course down to the fill point for lime at the nutrient plant down here in the southwest corner of the map. And I've had a couple issues with that, so I'm working on getting that ironed out, but I think now it's working, so it should make it all the way home now. In the meantime, I did also start with a tractor and cultivator here so I can start doing some of the missions on the map as well, make a little extra money as I go along here while I'm getting my own fields ready. So I have that, and it looks like he's finished what he was doing. So I will go ahead and get this moved over to a new contract field. Looks like there's plenty of cultivating to be done, so let's see where I'm at here. Just finished 21 right north of us. We'll go ahead and just take that one. I can't really tell if there's actually any defined driveways in and out of the fields here, so just kind of off-roading it as I see fit, I guess. All in all, so far, again, I really like this map. I've played a lot of different, farm sim maps, and they each have their own little parts that you do or don't like, and so far on this one, I've liked everything I've seen. So I haven't used auto drive very much. Maybe somebody can tell me. Does it always try to link up to the closest route, no matter where it is? I don't know if I can turn that off, or like I said, I haven't had enough time with it yet. That course for getting lime's the first one I've made with it, so haven't used it very much here. But I'm gonna head up to 21 here, and I'll use Courseplay to do some of these missions, just like I'll use Courseplay to do a lot of my own work. I play by myself, so it takes forever to do anything if you actually legitimately do it by yourself. So play around with Courseplay and auto drive and see how much we can get done. Generation, field 21. Go ahead and do 3 headland passes so there's plenty of room for him to turn around. Clockwise. Everything else should be good. Generate. Okay. First waypoint, drive course. He should be able to handle that. I have lots of good luck with Courseplay and doing the tillage work, cultivating, ripping, things like that. Don't really have any, especially on these fields that are square, never really ran into any issues with them messing up. So, alright, he should have that. I'll let him go to it. Already did all my soil sampling again, like I said, on all my fields. So that's all ready to go, and been spreading lime. I was betcha when I was messing around with this earlier and started my lime spreading. Okay, I did save that. Okay, good. So we'll go ahead and load that course. This is just the generic course I had made to spread lime on this field, so get that loaded up. Bring the interrogator over here to the edge of the field to get loaded. And we'll check in on my semi and see how he's coming. He's about back, so that's good. I tried to find a more realistic, if you will, way of hauling lime. You know, you'd never really haul, I suppose you could haul pelletized lime, but not the powdery lime I'm familiar with. Never haul it in a trailer like this. You'd haul it in like an end dump or a live bottom trailer, dump it into a conveyor belt, and then from there it'd go into the interrogator. But farm sim as it is, we don't have access to every single thing in the real world. So making do with what I have. I am using this trailer. And actually I like it quite a bit. It's a nice decent sized trailer. I think it looks cool. Looks like it's a well done mod. It seems to work well and everything. So 3 compartments on it. Go ahead and get her unfolded here. Go ahead and unroll the tarp too so I can see unload progress. Unfortunately, lime goes, you use it up pretty quick, so this trailer empties pretty darn fast. Pull under the unload auger here. You do have to be in the truck for this one to unload. With that though. Out the next bin. Alright, let's go do some interrogating. What have we done here? No fill type selected. Alright, not sure what that was about. Does seem to be one thing about courseplay. Courseplay seems to overlap quite a bit no matter what you're doing. And I keep forgetting to go in and try to adjust the width a little bit to see if I can't fix that, but it doesn't make that big of a difference, quite honestly. Back memories. I used to run one of these machines. I used to work for a place that did this, so Spent many hours in a Targator. It wasn't a, I think these are 6203s. Yeah, it wasn't a 6203. Ours were a little bit newer than this, but spent a lot of time in that cab. Spreading lime and fertilizer. Let's see what he's going to do here. Back and forth now, maybe? Is that our game plan, Targator? I suppose I can not be surprised by the result. Yep. There is an on-farm lime buy point over right over here. I opted not thus far to use that. The Targator doesn't fit under the loadout, and neither does the tender trailer. You can make it work, but it looks like it's dumping the lime out on the ground as opposed to inside the trailer, so I wasn't a huge fan of that. So I figured at least for a little while I'd be going to get my lime down at the at Nutrien at the main buy point plant. Seems like Coursplay's really getting aggressive with the overlap here. I suppose that's just technically the first pass. Let's see what he does here. I just hope he's not wasting a bunch of product overlapping like that. You know, you go through lime fast enough as it is. I don't need to be double spreading half my passes every time. That's not so bad, I guess. That looks like typical Courseplay overlap to me now, so whatever you got to do, Courseplay. Pretty excited to get through a season here on this map and just see, you know, every little thing, how everything works, and so far I really like the map. I like the way everything's laid out. Everything I've used so far, I mean, with the exception of that, like, lime buy point not quite being built tall enough that you can get under it with, you know, a machine like this. I have the extended, the box extensions on the top of this. That makes it a little bit taller. So technically, if I'd have gotten a regular one, it probably would have fit under there. But you can, you know, so far I haven't found anything that, you know, made me think, oh boy, I really wish this was different. But just excited to get through, get to harvest, start getting some stuff out of the fields, and just see how it works out here. It's just double checking here. My version of auto drive does seem to be outdated, so maybe I'll need to get that updated here. Just make sure I'm not running into any issues with stuff. Again, I have not used that very much. Just made my first attempt at it this morning. You know, like I said, for the Lime, and I do like the way it works. I like the functionality you have with it more than like with Course Play. Once you being able to move those points around on those courses is very nice. If you make a little mistake, it doesn't mean you got to re-record a whole course. Especially on a map this size, when you're talking about a 20-minute drive when you have to re-record a course. So what is the plan here? Now I do think he's decided to skip some. Oh, maybe not. Okay. That is an interesting course. Oh, it does appear to be working, though. I can't really complain about that. Okay, he should be done, or at least empty here in just a second. Okay, let's get him refilled. After that, we'll have to go refill the truck too, so that works out nicely. We'll let him finish right along with auto drive and see what happens there. Make sure the other half of that course is still working right. Interrogator started back. Oh, looks like a low tire there almost. Okay, we'll let him go ahead and finish up here. We'll hop in the semi. And get it refilled with lime. I assume from here I should be able to just drive like that. Should. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Interesting pathfinding choice, I guess. Oh, he doesn't like it though. Alright, we'll make it easier for you. Right along with the truck here and see what a auto drive course feels like. Tab over quick to that cultivator, make sure everything's still moving forward there. Looks good. Interrogator's going to be done in about 2 minutes. Wasn't very much left in that field. It'll be nice if this works out, this auto drive course works out. I can, you know, do things like this automated instead of having to haul every load of lime myself or every load of fertilizer myself, or, you know, if I run down to the shop or anything like that. So this will be a really nice addition. I'm interested to see, I've read at least a lot about guys using this to run their grain carts for harvests. So I'm interested to see that. Last I knew, and I haven't looked in a really long time, Courseplay wasn't working with grain carts. So, like I said, last I knew that wasn't working. I don't know if it's been fixed or updated or not, but I'll have to check into that as well. But a lot of guys switched over to this while it wasn't working, to auto drive, and no complaints. I think that particular thing made a lot of people, I think, switch away from Courseplay to auto drive. So I've been meaning to check it out, just haven't really ever had the need for it yet, and figure a map this big is gonna need it. Well, you are gonna slow down, aren't you? Okay. I can see in my testing I must have smoked the stop sign here accidentally. I suppose I'll have to let the county know about that so they can get it fixed. Plenty of room on this map. If you can't find something to occupy your time on this map, I think You aren't looking hard enough for something to do. So much of this, I'll call them the dead spaces on this map, full of trees, and especially when you get over by where the river is. Excuse me. There's so many trees you could, I assume anyway, like those pine trees, do some logging if you wanted to change your pace from farming. Like that little wood section over there looks like you could go clear cut that whole thing. And with a map this big, heck, you could plant your own forest. However, with that said, you'd have to add a wood chip sell point or a factory of some sort, because if I recall correctly, the map by default does not include a place to sell wood. No. Okay, we'll get to you. Basically just want to kind of make sure that this truck actually gets where it's going without crashing into anything or getting stuck or weirdness like that. And then I suppose the next, I guess, course I would make would be to actually fill the trailer with lime. But this trailer is kind of hokey with the trigger points to fill each individual bin. They aren't really where you expect them to be. But I don't know if, I suppose if I could pull under there the right way. I don't know how good auto drive is at hitting those marks. I've usually got to pull forward and backwards a few times with this trailer to get, especially the middle two bins, to get those to fill, because you just can't hit that trigger quite right. That worked good. I am pleasantly surprised with this. I had a little messing around to do to get everything set up initially, but that was just my own, you know, my unfamiliarity with the auto drive system and how everything exactly worked. But that took all of about 20 minutes to get ironed out. So okay, see, I'm over the first set of bins and it's filling the second set of bins. So that leads me to believe that auto drive course play, whoever, is not going to be able to handle filling this trailer on its own. When we bleed over into the back too. How's that work? Appear to be filling the back two bins. Okay, that's fine. I bet it just pulled too far forward for the first trigger. done field 3, we've done field 10 now. We will move that Terragator up to... Actually, it might be easier to come down and take that driveway back to 15 and 45. Get this first bin filling up here. Maybe. Okay, no, not yet. Okay, yep, they're all just a little ahead of where they should be, it looks like. Well, maybe we'll have to experiment with auto drive and see if it can figure that out. I don't know if I would have to set 3 different... Might have to find a little help on this one. I don't know if I'd have to set 3 different load points or if it would just load as it went under them. I'm not sure. I'll have to do a little off-camera homework on that one, see if I can get that puzzled out. Anyway, while that's happening there, 3rd headland pass on the cultivator. We'll get this Terragator moved over. Go ahead and delete that course. And go ahead and head down here. And I'm pretty sure that this little, it's not really a road, but this little driveway back here should head back to my field 15 and 45. Also, since I see some water coming in here, as an FYI to anybody who plays this map, water is a no-no zone. I found that out the hard way. Accidentally, I think, made it across one pond somewhere, lake deal. Accidentally made it over, so I thought, oh, I can drive over the next one. No. Sunk my truck, had to reset it. Turns out I was a really long ways away from where I was driving to get to. Reset back to the farm. It was interesting. Okay. Course play. Let's start here on 15. No. Field 15. Probably only do 2 headland passes on this one, counterclockwise. Should we go generate? There we go. Okay, we'll let him go. Go back and grab our truck, should be filled. Roll the tarp. Set that to home farm, we'll let him drive. Okay, we should be getting into It always scares me when I see course play just driving, not doing anything. But it looks like he got done with headland passes and he's looking at starting into the regular passes here. So, well, interesting. Boy, course play, sometimes you just gotta turn it on and let it go and quit looking at it. That is interesting. Okay, well, oh well, it's getting done. Okay, with that said, looks like we've been on here quite a while, so I'll probably wrap this one up. Anybody has any questions or comments, leave them below. I appreciate everybody watching. See you next time.